No reflections today, because it's dark out already. Freaking yikes. Hold on, I'm setting up. I got here so early because I thought this was going to be like a big problem getting in here. It has not been. That was one of the quickest drives I've taken here literally in months. And the parking lot was empty. And you can feel the electric in the air. I mean, you seriously can. We'll talk about that in a second. Bum, 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 bum. Fire up this chat activity. I'm doing all this stuff. Oh yeah, that's me. Oh, there's my coffee. No way. Is it live or is it Memorex? Oh, they're always trying to sell me that crap. Leave me alone. That and Solabello. Like the own video. Bang. 66 people is a good start. Gary with the 10 Bananaramas for park. Yeah, parking is a little nuts today. Cost-wise. Frickin' lot was empty, but cost-wise, I think they got me. F1. We might be able to peek outside for a second, but trust me, there is nothing to see right now. But it is electric AF outside. And the law enforcement presence is strong. However, the town is empty. So far. Alright, we gotta do some. I have to touch it. Sorry. Oh, that one's mush already. Oh. Alright, hold on. Let me build this correctly. And I'll say hello to everyone. He puts them on the side because they know me. And you know where I'm at? I am at, scoop that all in there. Oh, that deliciousness. I would lick the plate if you're not watching. Yum. It's the only sugar I consume, quite frankly. Besides, like, natural sugar, like fructose from frickin' grapes and shit. Alright. Let's get busy in there. Bonk. Oh, spilling like a freak. Alright, let's ritualize. But it is an electric atmosphere. They said, I've been like talking to as many people as I possibly could, and they're saying they're probably gonna lock the door over yonder. That's the strip right there. So they're probably gonna lock, ooh, now I'm all sticky. They're probably gonna lock that door because practice, they moved the practice up till it starts at 8:25. So the track just got certified this morning because they got to go around and certify it. That's why I think they're just going to close it down, because they're going to have to recertify it every time people are out there and do all the security stuffs and whatever. It's dark in here. Let's get back to our coffee real quick. You know, we got to start an AMA with a little ritual. Bonk. Alright, we good. They heated it. How you doing? Good. How you doing? Alright. This is semi-messy, but they did heat this up. But, you know, I cannot stay till 8:25. I just can't. Oh, they're about to announce something, I think. Sounds like an airport in here. Because I'm concerned about getting home. You know, if they close, we're at, True Bar, bonk, right here. Forum Shop, bonk. So I got to go through the Forum Shop, and they already have security and police at the Cigars entrance. So I'm a bit concerned. They couldn't give me the what, but I am truly a bit concerned that they might just say, can't come through here no more, and then I gotta sleep here. That would suck. And I don't want to spend hours getting home. Alright. They overcooked the milk just a hair. Those crusties are not because it's bad, it's because it was boiled. Oh, what a mess. But it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be hyped in a second. Alright, oh, this is legitimately a mess. I slurp. Sorry. Just gonna have to deal with it. I need more napkins. Hold on. Hold everything. Luckily, they give me the run of the place. Kind of. Even the manager came up to me and said hello today. Hey, Bror Fredrik, I'm like, what up? Alright, this is a mess. It's AMA Day, which is Ask Me Anything. It's one of my favorite days of the entire week. I look forward to this. And yes, I normally do this on a Friday. However, I think I'm done cleaning. Alright. However, tomorrow's going to be busy. As you know, I am going to the race on Saturday. I got buddies and business associates in town right now. My bro, he's going to be crossing the Atlantic any minute now, heading in tomorrow. So, you know, it's just going to be nuts tomorrow. However, I do got 2 videos coming out tomorrow, so check those out. So, no live streaming tomorrow, but I am going to do my dangdest, and say dangdest, to live stream Formula 1. I might have an inside thing where I could get some connection, you know, without having to use public. We shall see. That'd be awesome. But I'll probably do it I'll try it at 7:20. I'm gonna set the time. The race starts at 10 Pacific time, my time here in Vegas. I'm gonna set the live stream for 10. However, I may start it early, but I'm definitely not going to start it late. But I do have to put some type of start time up there. All that being said, I hope they don't put the kibosh on it. You know, if F1 reached out to YT and was like, yo, you know, we ain't going for this live stream. There's going to be thousands of people attempting to live stream, most likely to Facebook. I don't know about YT. So, you know, if it works, it works. If not, I'm recording it in 4K anyway, which will definitely be spanked when I put it up. So, we're going to have fun. It's going to be a freaking blast. Like I said, you can feel the electric. You know, you can just feel it in the air right now. The lights are all on outside. You know, people are wearing their team colors. Tomorrow, I'm going to be Team Scuderia Ferrari. Because, you know, I'm all about the Ferrari, this F1. So I'm excited. But it's going to be a great time, and hopefully there'll be a little payback for the amount of shit that was FUF1 logistically. And me and my bro were talking. We came up with a conclusion today that we should record some of our conversations. Because we have some deep conversations. Everything from the meaning of life to what's going on in the world to we have some serious predictions about what's going to take place on the strip due to this, and it's going to make some people's heads explode, but I think we're on the right track, so we might start recording our conversations. Anyhow, let me get some coffee in me. Viva Italia. I was raised by Italians, so I'm going with them. Bonk. Alright, let's see. Should I say hello to people? No, I cannot under any circumstances be late to get out of here. Maria with the 5 Banana Ram says, bro, when I was growing up in New York City, did I go to Radio City Music Hall and Rockefeller Center for the tree lighting? Good question. I'll answer that momentarily. But first, I'm going to invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least bonk 5 times a week. And if you'd like to support the channel, Super Chat while I'm live. It's absolutely awesome. During AMAs, Super Chat, questions always get answered. The rest I'm just going to pick at random if I think it's some good content. And tell me if we're in sync or not. I have a feeling we're slightly out of sync. And you can click on all the links and do all the stuff and support the channel, because my channel is brought to you proudly and generously by viewers like you. So thank you very much, because, you know, YT, sometimes I'm in the doghouse with them, you know. It seems like on a regular basis. Those emails that show up. Hey, Bror Fredrik. Guess what? Like yesterday, all I did was open some gifts. Did I do anything controversial yesterday? Like anything? You tell me. I don't think I did a dang thing that was controversial. I opened up viewer mail and I showed my star projector that projects the galaxy onto the ceiling, which is boss. I hope you guys check that out. But they didn't take it down, but they demonetized it. And I'm like, why? Did I say anything remotely controversial? They're like, no, but we know you, Bror Fredrik. We're gonna give you an inch. You'll take a mile. So I'm like, dang, bros. Okay. No, not Chinese Fung Fu movie. What happened? A couple of seconds off. Well, I'm getting mixed reviews. A couple of seconds off. Everyone else says it's in sync. All right. You know what? Let me spin it around just in case. If I cycle it, it usually starts behaving properly. What's this guy singing over here? Oh, Sola Mia. Trying to get me spanked. Don't get me spanked, bro. Some guy's paying a little band to serenade his old lady over there. More spankage coming. Alright, the sidewalks on the Las Vegas Strip are now closed. You have to walk in the doors from the hotel. Yeah. And like I said, the presence out there. We'll peek out there for a second. Somebody tapped the glass at 7 o'clock. Because that's what time, I'm not going to end, but I want to walk outside real quick. I'll show you what. I got to bring all this stuff back there, and I got to get the heck out of here. I'm in sync. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so, hey, man, you could ask me anything. You could ask me anything about me. You could ask me anything about you. You could ask me anything about life, politics, whatever. I don't really care. You can ask me about Las Vegas, but I won't answer what's the best place to, 5 best places to eat shrimp, outside of my purview. And, personal questions are okay too. I'll dance around them if I feel the need to. You're not getting my driver's license, you're not getting my social security number, you're not getting my home address, and you're not getting my date of birth. Other than that, have at it. Have friggin' at it. Last week we played a game of rate the female country stars, whatever. Favorite fast food restaurant? None. Unless it's like an emergency, like in a layover in Dallas, I ate fries from, I don't know, Arby's or some such nonsense, but that's it. It was an emergency, like life or death, because they give you one of those fruit bars this big in Coach, and that wasn't cutting it, Other than that, I don't eat fast food. Like, my body's like, nope. A meal of fast food, it's probably been like 20 years since I had a legitimate meal of fast food. All right, Belfiore. All right, going back to Maria's question. As a kid, I did go. One of the last things I did, I went as a kid to the lighting of the tree. I went one year and watched them put it up, which was kind of cool. Went there as, a field trip when I was a kid with the school. And we saw all that. I skated once around Radio City, been up for like 2 weeks. Today I'm starting to decorate more around my place, and I started decorating the studio already. I listen to Christmas music, I ain't gonna lie, like year round, especially during the heat. I just absolutely love it. I love the, goodwill towards men and, it's all that type of stuff, especially when I was in New York, because in New York, there's certain things, there's certain etiquette about New York, like, dumb shit, like, you don't lean on people's cars because someone's gonna, crack you in the head one. You don't stare at other people's women. there's just certain etiquette that you don't do. And for the most part, you don't stare too long, make all the eye contact too long, all that type of stuff. There's an etiquette. You look at someone too long and they'll be like, hey, what are you writing a fucking book about me? And I've said the same thing. However, during Christmas, everything changes, because Christmas in New York is more of a season. It's not like a weekend or a day, and people don't talk, well, I don't know about it anymore, but people don't toss their trees out like on the 26th. You don't see like trees everywhere, like, F Christmas, It's a season that lasts like literally 6 to 8 weeks. And, people who would otherwise, not give you the time of day, New Yorkers are friendly, but, people got places to go and, shit to do. But during Christmas, everyone's like, Merry Christmas, yeah, you too, Merry. It's like the only time when that sense of community kicks in. I mean, bigger than here. I mean, here's a joke when it comes to Christmas, to be quite frank. But, yeah. All right, Christmas year round, but I keep it in my heart, and yes, city etiquette is the best. City etiquette is the best. Yeah, take a picture, it's freaking, no, I was like, what are you writing a freaking book? Who are you working for, the feds? What are you doing? What are you doing, writing an expose on me? Get the hell out of my face. Yeah, the Americanos guy, I gotta get on this. What are you writing, a freaking dossier, bro? Take a step back. Alright, keep them coming. We got plenty of time. What is the most exciting thing I've done recently? Well, what the most exciting thing I'm going to do, obviously, is F1. Like I said, it's friggin' electric. Other than that, what can I say? Besides putting up the tree, it was pretty friggin' exciting. Oh, I also went through all of my dress type clothes. Obviously, this is not dress type clothes, but I went through my suits. I went through my sport jackets, my blazers, my slacks, my shoes, my long jackets, which I brought from New York, and I've never worn them since. I got a wool jacket with a black with a white scarf, and I got a London fog, and I have a Australian duster of all things. But well, I'm gonna jump on that Wi-Fi on this phone. It's not keeping up with the comments. But I don't wear it anymore, and I've lost so much weight, and some of it, I'll be honest, it's a little bit out of style. Like I love double-breasted stuff. It's really, really out of style right now, so it is what it is. So that's all going to be given away. It wants me to sign into the network, so that was exciting. Going through all the clothes, it was something unexpected that I just ended up doing. But it brought back so many memories. I can remember where I wore this, who I was with, what night that was. I mean, it took forever. It's still like half a mess in my freaking bedroom. But I'm going to pass that along. I'm going to literally, I'm firing up the what? It connects automatically over here. But I'm going to pass that along. And you know what? I'll say something right now. Most of it is 44 regular and 44, some of it's 44 short, some of it's 46 short, some of it's 44 regular. On average, the waist is, there's some that are 32, some that are 33, some that are 34. The lengths are about 30 to 32, but most of them, they got, they were all like, I had all my stuff custom because, my body's always been a little weird like that. Some of it's like hemmed, on the inside. Some of the pants are darted a little bit because, I cannot, not being a dick or anything, but some of it, I just can't buy off the rack. 90210. I always tell them I live in Beverly Hills. I give you better internet. If anyone wants any of that stuff, I took pictures of it. I think there's 6 suits, 18 blazers, and maybe 20 pairs of slacks. If you know, not just for the sake of taking them, but if you know anyone who could use, nice clothes for interviews and stuff like that, who will fit into that, rather than give them to Goodwill, I'd rather give them to people in the audience. I mean, clothes is heavy and whatnot. I mean, cover the shipping, it's yours. I mean, legitimately, I would do that. So, if you know of anyone who's in need of some nice, I got like Mario Balducci suits, and a couple of them are Pierre Cardin suits. If someone wants them, go for it. Just reach out. There's an email down there, and I'll send them to you. All right, I gotta pick magenta. Yep, it's still there. Oh, birth year. I'm gonna tell them I'm a millennial. Which millennial? Like 90 what? 91. All right, I'm a millennial. Let's see what kind of internet they give me. All right, we're connected. Now I can see comments. All right, here we go. We're on board now. Back on the comment activities. What do we got? 127 people? That's not too bad. It's not too good either. It's not too bad. All right. Yeah, if anyone's being prosecuted and you want to look good for your court date, get out of a speeding ticket with some of those suits were like 500 plus back in the day, and I'm not talking old back in the day. Maybe they're like 10 years old, plus or minus, Yeah, the only place I could get rid of them, I wouldn't say get rid of them, but the only place I can give them away here is like Goodwill. And, if you saw a Goodwill here in Las Vegas, you'd be like, I wouldn't take anything from a Goodwill here in Vegas, because it's like, I'd be fearing the bed bugs and whatnot. I think they'll just languish. Even the skinny jeans, yeah. They're like tapered and whatnot, They're not like goofy with the giant shoulder pads, but they're quality stuff. Jelly Roll concert next year. I might want to go see a Jelly Roll concert. Least favorite food? Vegetables of any kind. I'm a carnivore. I do eat, least favorite food. I would have to say potatoes and carrots. I don't like anything that is, how would I say? In Italian, you would say gugutz. That gugutz texture of like a tomato that's overripe. You would say it has that gugutz texture. You could feel it a little bit in your mouth. I don't like anything gugutz. And that would be like lima beans, overcooked carrots, potatoes that aren't like, if they're hash brown, they've got a good fry on all sides, I'm all about it. But other than that, yeah. But vegetables in general, not because I'm like, oh, vegetables, they suck, I'm a carnivore. It's not like that. I just have a problem digesting them. Like, I do not digest vegetables all that well. How you doing? I'll clean up after myself. Yeah, I know. Thank you. That was the manager. I just don't digest them well, and it has to be, I think it has something to do with genetics, because in, where my people are from, way up north, Scandinavia, it wasn't like everyone had tomato gardens and whatnot, so I think I'm predisposed not to digest that stuff properly. We all have a corn problem, comes in one end, out the other. But like vegetables in general, I could deal with steamed more than any. Like, I had steamed carrots. I love peas. I freaking love peas. That's so weird. But yeah, any of the mushagad, the mushagad, the gugutz. I'm speaking with my hands now. I'm going back in time. But no, I pass. Like meat Mashed potatoes, maybe, but I gotta pour all like the pan juice from the steak in there and get it all delicious and whatever. No. Brussels sprouts, all right. Brussels sprouts, I tend to like them if you gotta boil them first, that way they're not rocks on the inside. And then, I've been trying to reverse engineer. Bavette's makes this Brussels sprout side dish that they soak it forever in sweet balsamic vinegar, and it sucks it all in, and then they fry it, and then they season it, and then the olive oil and the steak seasoning. It's like candy. I can't get enough of that, but I haven't been able to reproduce it quite yet. Yeah, it's anything steamed, but if it's boiled, I don't want to eat that shit. If I could have only one meal for the rest of my life, what would I choose? That would be tough. All right, one complete meal, I would say steak, pizza, but real pizza with freaking gluten in it, but I can't eat that anymore. So I would say steak, glutened up pizza, and ice cream. Like the pizza would be my side dish with a big old steak. Like I could legitimately sit down and eat a 2-pound steak like it's nothing, you know? That's whatever, I'll just munch it. So that would be the entree, sides of pizza, and then at the tail end, ice cream. I would eat that every single day for the rest of my life and not get bored. You know, back in the days of me working out, you know, following macros to keep trim and big at the same time, that was torturous. I mean, it sounds such a first world problem to hate eating, but day after day after day, 3 times a day. Sometimes when I got up to like 220-ish, I had to eat 5 times a day. I had to wake up in the middle of the night to eat because my metabolism is so fast. I'd set an alarm like halfway through my sleep cycle and eat, you know, because I had to get those calories in. I had to get like 3,000 to 5,000 calories to maintain the size that I was putting on, because muscle is biologically expensive. But holy shit, sweet freaking potatoes every single day for like 5 years. Chicken breast every single day for like 5 years. I mean, it was just, once I did that, I could never, ever, ever look my dog in the eye and feed him the same shit, because it's the same thing. Imagine being a dog, you know, so people who don't feed he don't get any human food, just stop. Just stop with that nonsense, because human food is the best thing you could possibly give a dog, number one, because commercial food is like pure poison for animals. Do you know that in commercial dog food, there's ground up dogs? I'm gonna do a video on it. I don't know if it's gonna go over well, but when you feed your dog commercial dog food, there's other ground up dogs in dog food. Trust me. But imagine your dog having to eat the same, he's too stupid, the same shit 3 times a day his entire life until he passes. That's some bullshit. Because I can't do it, you can't do it. Is the dog too stupid to know? That's why he's looking at that shit like, I ain't eating that shit again, bro. You know? They're not stupid. They don't want to do it no more than you do it. So treat your dog right, you know? Give him the freaking good food. Give him the good food. You're going to be on vacation after tomorrow. Oh, veal parm. That's a That's a combination of if you took a steak and the 2 pizzas and made a sandwich. Yeah, okay. I could eat veal parm my entire life. I could eat pot roast the way I make it, because I definitely reverse engineered Cracker Barrel's pot roast. It's freaking delicious. It's like meat candy. It's good. Reverse engineered the shit out of that. It's so good. And I could eat, what else could I eat? Yeah, that sounds good. Veal parm. Oh, you know what else I could eat? All right, you said one meal. I'm cheating. I could eat chicken cutlets. What's this guy doing on my shoulder? Now, keep an eye on people these days. I could eat chicken cutlets every freaking day of my life, too. Like with gluten-y freaking deliciousness. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting hungry, too. Damn. Oh, coffee. I like liver and onions, Mark. I do like liver and onions, but liver is like it's a superfood. It is one of the healthiest things you could possibly put in your body is liver. But I get it, like I cannot eat liver more than, I ate it once, like the Liver King, jackass. I ate it every day for like, I don't know, a week. And now I just can't eat it for like another 6 months because it's so distinct tasting, it's so overpowering. I like it, but it's just like, I'm not craving it, I could eat it like twice a month now, but it is so good for you. I used to buy blocks of cow liver. You ever see a cow liver? I trucked that thing home and I got a separate freezer. That's what I used to feed my dog. I used to feed him liver. He used to just devour liver every day. Because it's a superfood. It is extraordinarily healthy. But it's overpowering, just like freaking sweet potatoes. It doesn't matter what the... I gotta be careful. I could drop an occasional F-bomb. It doesn't matter what the F you do to sweet potatoes. They're sweet potatoes. You can make them into chips, you can make them into fries, you can make them into whatever you're pretending you want to make them into. It's still a damn sweet potato. Imagine eating that 5 times a day, forcing yourself to eat it 5 times a day for like 5 years. No, thank you. Dun, 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 dun. How do I like my steak cooked? Rare, medium rare. So I don't like it rare. I don't like it because I like a good crust on it. And I don't like it medium rare. That's too well done. So you say rare, medium rare, which is in between the two. So it's got to be like, it's got to be cow on the inside and crust on the outside, and I'm super happy. All right, keep them coming. You got my 6, Jim? Yeah, just holler if anyone's like gonna jump me or something. Maybe like Team Red Bull's gonna jump me. You hear what the dude Max said? The winner of the championship? He's just like, this sucks. He's like, this racetrack sucks. It's 99% show and 1% driving. I'm gonna go out, do what I get paid to do, and get the F out of here. That's exactly what he said. Yikes. Chicken thighs. Yeah, you gotta, I believe, all these diets that people attempt, it's all about how much you consume. That's what a diet is. You have to, if you want to lose weight, you take in less calories than you're burning. It doesn't matter what they are. Obviously not frickin' Twinkies, but you take in less calories than you're actually burning. You want to gain weight, that's why I used to have to do like, up to 5,000 calories to it was like 3,500 to maintain my weight, 5,000 calories to gain. So you eat more than you need. What you put, as long as it's healthy, it doesn't actually matter. But you gotta find out what your body likes. You gotta listen to your body. Like, I could eat all the vegetables I want, my health would decline rapidly because they're just so harsh on my GI tract that I'm ill and like Bob Dylan, I can't do it. You got to be honest about what your body handles properly. You know, if you got the Hershey squirts on a diet, there's a reason. It's your body telling you, you know, we're not doing this. If you got constipation in this diet that's supposed to, you know, help you, your body's saying this is a problem, you know? You got to find out what your body likes and eat less of it if you want to lose weight, and eat more of it if you want to gain weight. There's probably not a lot of people out there who want to gain weight, but it's been a challenge my entire life to maintain and gain, my entire life since I was a kid. I got like a ridiculous metabolism. So, yeah. I mean, I could hear my nails growing. You know, it's just the way my body is. Have I ever tried lutefisk? Yes. Yes. Left the all. Oh, canned stink. Yeah, I pretty lutefisk I could deal with. You know, I could deal with it, but you know, the frickin' 30-year-old frickin' dried up shark and whatnot. You know, putrefied shark in a can, or even like real, no. You just can't get past the smell. I mean, if it was the only thing left on earth to eat, I would eat it, but no. Do I eat fruit? I don't eat apples. I'll eat the occasional orange. I can't eat bananas. I'm allergic to bananas. I eat grapes. I eat a lot of grapes, and that's where I get my restivitol, whatever the hell it is, because that's in grapes. I eat grapes. I eat kiwi, and the occasional orange. Fruit is not all that good for you. That's going to make people's head go, pow! Fruit is not all that good for you, especially when you're on a diet, because it is sugar. If you're diabetic, stay away from the damn fruit. Stay away from orange juice, you know, all that. It's apples I have a problem digesting. They're just like, they just sit there like, I'm not even going to go there. No. Apples, no. That's about it. Kiwis, grapes, and the occasional orange, and that's it. It's high. You're not gonna lose weight if you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna eat salad and fruits." No, it's not all that good for you. What was I gonna say? And I put my grapes in the refrigerator because I like them cold and snappy and crunchy, and it doesn't matter what. The red ones are probably my least favorite, but I'm down with the black ones, and I'm down with the green ones. Green and frickin' nearly frozen is the best. And I also cut them up. I can't eat salad though. But salad, as my dear friend Tamika always says, is just a conduit for dressing. It's just a conduit for dressing. Instead of, because I can't do croutons anymore, I put, instead of that, again, a conduit for dressing. You know, they go on the bottom, they suck everything up. It's delicious. Corn checks. You know, you make do. Yeah, orange juice is good when your sugar's down, absolutely. I mean, I sometimes encounter sugar problems myself, you know. I keep honey in the car. You know, again, my metabolism, if I don't get food in me, I'll start having that sugar crash, and I keep a frickin' bear, one of them goofy bears, in the car with honey. And if I'm feeling crashy, I'm just like, and I got them at home too. Yeah, watermelon, of course. Watermelon, you know the deal with watermelon, Bert. That's good for, watermelon is awesome for the third leg. So I gotta add that in too. Try the freezer. Hummus. Honey bears. Honey bears are awesome. The skin and lectins cause, yeah, try. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it can cause, yeah. You are 100% right. I don't know how to pronounce the ponyo. Is that correct? I don't know. Ponyo. 8888888. Yeah, raw apples are just like, I saw something on, what the hell was I watching last night? I saw this chick take that trobolone or whatever, you know, the chocolate that they put during the holidays, and she took her some pears and she hollowed them out like a wood turner and got them really, really thin and packed them with melted trobolones and just like let it solidify. I mean, it's not your standard cooked, poached pear, you know, and wine, but it was just packed with chocolate, and then she drizzled. I was just like, damn. I think it was that chick, what's her name? Brooke something? Brooke Burke or something like that? Yeah, she was cooking up a storm. I was just like, alright. Like, I don't think I've ever eaten hummus in my life. Yeah, Toblerone. Yeah, oh man, she melted that. She put that inside the pear. Oh, that's heaven. That's heaven. And I like pears too. Pears I can digest. I grew up on pears. We had in my grandmother's place, in my aunt's place in Brooklyn, we had pear trees and plum trees and apple trees, but in the city. And had some collard greens, had some fenugreek, you know, fennel. What else did we have on the farm? And I was responsible for the tomatoes, so I grew the tomatoes. And so I grew up eating pears because, you know, when pears, I don't know if you ever seen a pear tree, but I guess apple tree is the same. But once pears are like ready to go, they just start falling like it's rain. And then all the freaking, the yellow jackets come and, you know, you gotta fight the yellow jackets. But I grew up eating a ton of pears, and I love pears. Bosch pears, all the pears. Pears are good. Giadelle, Godiva. Lord of the Rings. 16 months, bro. Awesome. A carnivore diet. Let me get a baritone, my jet. I will do something about, I want to get into health-related issues. Would you guys watch if I did that? You know, I mean, I drop it off in drips and drabs and whatever, but would you watch if I did stuff about, you know, why carnivore diets are the most healthy in the entire world? Why you probably shouldn't be eating fruit if you're trying to lose weight? You know, stuff like that. I would do it. I would do it. I'll give you all my vitamin stacks and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it so long that it's like not like a drag. Oh my God, you know, it's just like part of what I do now. And to the point where, like I said, I haven't eaten fast food in maybe like a decade, or legitimately, at least, maybe at least minimum 10 years, possibly up to 20. If I were to eat a Big Mac on the way home, I'd be sick. My body would be just like, what the actual F did you just throw down here? Because it's all chemicals. But when your body's used to it, it's not enjoying it, you know, but they put so much stuff in fast food. You know that when they say natural and artificial flavorings, that is bullshit speak. Let's keep an eye on that too. That is bullshit speak for chemicals that activate on your palate and on your taste buds to tell your brain that it's delicious. Because it's not naturally delicious. It's disgusting. If they didn't put that stuff in there, you'd be like, but they put chemicals in there to send a message to your brain that it actually tastes good in fast food. They have laboratories at Burger King, McDonald's, In-N-Out. They have scientists developing ways to trick you into thinking that shit actually tastes good. And I like the fact that the price of fast food is being hit with inflation like a freak. Because now people no longer will have the excuse of money. The last one left is time. Oh, I don't have time to cook. But you have time to sit on a half an hour in front of Chick-fil-A, you know, to eat that crap, you know. Spiritual company or not, it's crap. But you have time to sit on that line and eat it in the car, you know. But you don't have time to cook. But now the excuse of, oh, it's cheaper. You know, it's just cheaper to go out and get a Happy Meal. That's going away, so too bad. Melatonin. Oh, melatonin and me don't get along. Oh, melatonin. I mean, it might be in my head because one of the last things I took before my last bout of stones, hopefully I never get that ever again. It's like peeing a sharp golf ball. It's like peeing out a sharp golf ball. It's the only way I could describe it. It's the most painful thing ever. Like, sorry ladies, but it's probably worse, or as bad as childbirth. It is freaking bad. Anyway, the music is so loud here. This is gonna get spanked. But it's from the heart. You know, I was drinking the water out here, you know. I have a whole story about that. But, the last thing I did, I was trying to figure out what I did different, and I took melatonin, like, the day before. I mean, I'm sure there's no correlation whatsoever, but I just can't do that. I'm down to just take some freaking NyQuil or some Tylenol PM if I want to go out, and bam, I'm out. And the other thing that took me a long time to get over, I got, like, the worst stomach flu ever the day I ate some cheesecake. And I used to love cheesecake, but my brain is making that correlation between dry heaves and cheesecake. That kind of killed cheesecake for me. You guys have watched? Awesome. 80 likes. We got 112 people on. Where is everyone? A schlonger exploding would be the same as childbirth, in your opinion? No, that'd be over too quick. I think that'd be over too quick. All right. Okay, now, a stone? All right, it starts in your kidney, and it's debilitating. Like, you are literally, you're literally crawling on the floor. Like you're ducking freaking enemies, you know? You're literally crawling on the floor because your body cannot handle that level of pain. You're puking from the sheer level of pain. And then it gradually works its way loose down the connection from the kidney into the bladder, like a ball of sharp glass. And then it makes its way into, it's bad. I don't know. Maybe, you know, but, you know, I guess there's men out there have babies these days, so maybe they can tell us something we don't know. Oh, that light was good. I just got an advertisement for Saks Fifth Avenue. Do I listen to or follow the Tate brothers? Yeah. I mean, I don't follow them or anything, but you know, there's a lot of things I would say I agree with. I mean, it's not okay. My thoughts are my own. I try not to adopt other people's thought processes. So it's not like, oh, I watch Andrew Tate and he told me that, you know, all women are 304s and da-da-da-da-da. You know, it's not like that. I don't get programmed by people, you know. I mean, advertising doesn't even work on me, you know. We do happen to think alike. That's what I would say on many subjects. You know, like wanting to provide women experiences, and, you know, there's a lot of things, like, because we're honest. I would say that he's honest about the male experience, and I'm extraordinarily honest about the male experience. I'll break the guy code all day long, you know, for the most part. So when men are honest, they tend to agree with shit, you know, and he was willing to take the bullet. So, yeah, I do agree with him on that, but there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with him about, too. But that's life. Would I hang out with him? Probably. You know, share tales, you know, the lore and whatnot. I don't know about his brother, though. I don't think I've ever heard him speak on anything, per se. And most of the stuff that I've seen from Tate has been, like, regurgitated and clips. And, you know, some of his motivational stuff is on point, but, you know, he's a very hated individual. So it's like, you know, no one wants to say that they watch him, even though, like, most guys sit back and listen to him and go, you know, but they just don't want to admit it. Me, I can give two shits. But yeah, you know, I've listened to plenty of his stuff, but my thoughts are my own. You gave birth to a child that was 11 pounds? That must have been like, oh, that's like a kidney stone coming down from both kidneys. Yikes, good on you. So you have that high pain threshold. Yeah, Captain Dave. I mean, could you imagine your ween exploding? Kabong. That would be like, wow. That would be big. See, I mentioned Tate. I just lost 150 people. People are so freaking sensitive. You know, people are so sensitive. Why are people so sensitive? I don't get it. Your dog had 15 puppies? Yikes. Imagine your whatchamacallit? I can't even imagine that. Spaghetti feast for 4 under 25 bucks. Alright, come on, hit me with these questions. What was my favorite Charlie's Angel from the original TV series? I was torn. I'm probably still torn. It's like the age-old question. Wow, they're cranking the music. You know, Ginger or Marianne? I would definitely say Farrah because she had greater sex appeal. You know, she had a greater level of sex appeal, and you know, you got to see a little more of what she had going on. Where Jacqueline Smith, I liked her hair better. I'm more a brunette kind of guy, so I liked her look a little better, but she was more conservative. But again, as a young man, you're not into conservative. You're into, you know, just show me the goods. So, yeah, so Farrah, not tendonitis. Bucket list, I really don't have a bucket list per se. I mean, if I have the opportunity to do something and experience something, I want to do it now. I don't want to do it when I'm an old fart, you know? I got too much stuff to accomplish now in my life. Like, I feel where my life is at now, I've been preparing my entire life for where I am right now. For many reasons. You know, I can't really discuss too much what's going on business-wise, but I think I've been preparing my whole life for the next 5 to 10 years that lay ahead of me. So, bucket list, I live my bucket list, you know? I can't be like, I mean, okay, on a minor thing, I would love to take a train up the West Coast and then hop on a cruise and go up to Alaska. That's on a bucket list. Would you call that a bucket list? I would love to see Austria for Christmas. You know, things like that. Yeah. Yeah, do it while you're young, you know? That's why I bought my, you know, when I was at the Fugazi Cadillac dealership, when I was in my 20s buying my Caddy, you know who else was there? A bunch of frickin', you know, like, a bunch of frickin', that's wrong. You know, a bunch of like 60, 70, or 80-year-olds treating themselves to the last car they'll ever have. And I was in there, you know, with my members only jacket, you know, my gold pinky rings. I'm just like, yo, you know, and the salesman's like, what are you doing here? You here to see your grandparents? You know, they're buying a car? I'm like, no, bro, I'm buying it, cash. And, you know, I just, that was an experience that I just thought, holy cow. My grandfather did that too. He bought his final and last car. And I don't ever want to get there in life, you know, where I just do something that has that finality to it. You know, this is going to be my last car, so I'm going to make it a good one. This is going to be my last trip, so I'm going to make it a good one. You're basically in the waiting room for death if you start thinking like that. I just don't want to do it. Train your brain. How do you train your brain to avoid tinnitus? How do you do that? I'd like to know. I mean, But again, apple cider vinegar works. If you want to shout out, in the email below, I'd like to hear that. Moving to Vegas was the number one thing on your bucket list. Yeah, now you need a new list, brother. Big adventures ahead. Do you have a problem? No, sound doesn't trigger it anymore. It's sometimes when I used to lift too heavy, because the heart's is like ka-tunk, 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 ka-tunk. I used to have, it used to sharpen up a little bit, but it's more like if I'm dehydrated or if I'm, something's got to be off with my food intake for it to really frickin' everything else I'm used to. Stephanie, 30 years as an air, yeah, Captain Loeb, yep, that'll do it, I mean, I used to do dumb shit when I was a kid. I mean, I went, how would I say, I don't know how to say this. I went and stalked an elk once, and with a 338 Win Mag, with a muzzle brake on it, and that did the wango to tango. I thought that, being that it was outdoors, like no trees, no nothing. It was like on a plane, like over a gorge onto the other side and all this other stuff. I figured being that far outside wouldn't matter. And I pulled, and that was that was intense. That was intense. And then a lot of it's pew-pew related, and a lot of it was just going to concerts and standing by speakers and stuff. Yeah, that's never good. Never good. I should have protected, but when we're kids, hearing protection, well, what are you gonna do, Yeah, so a lot of it's from the youth. From my youth. Alright, questions, come on. We got a little time left. Actually, we got plenty of time. Let me see if I missed anything on a super chat question, because I might have blazed by. Nope, we're good there. Let's get back to all messages. Same there? Alright, cool. You understand all that? How about a SpaceX ride? That sounds fun. If you could go to the moon for free, would you? Yeah. Yeah, I would go to the moon. I'd go to the moon and back for you guys. I would do that. I think space travel, it's free, and like today, space travel would be frightening, because we're still, believe it or not, it's primitive. It's primitive, but I would still go. I would like to see it. I don't believe in aliens though. And nobody's ever asked me that, if I believe in aliens or not. But I'll just put it out there. I don't believe in aliens whatsoever. I don't believe in ghosts, and I don't believe in aliens. I just don't. I just don't. Why no one's ever asked me that? I believe we are the only intelligent species out there. Unless God created a bunch of cousins somewhere. Because, we're created in his image. So did he create a bunch of another species of reptiles somewhere? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. Bro, what year did you buy your first bomber jacket? Where did you eat? When did you first eat a rabbit? And what year did you buy a Fiero? You had a Fiero too? That was such a fun car to drive, the Fiero. I ate rabbit since it was probably my first solid food was a rabbit, because, for those of you who don't know, my family, remember I told you, middle of freaking Brooklyn, the middle of Queens, we had like a compound. There was like a compound scenario where like all the houses were around like a big center field. We had a freaking compound. That's how I grew up, which was kind of cool. And in the center we had like like this portico, this big portico that we used to put like a bunch of picnic tables under that was covered with grapes, like real grapes, but they were sour. They were for wine, and the family used to make our own wine, and we had pear trees, and I told you all that before. And we used to eat rabbits. We had someone turned their whole garage into a rabbit factory. And that's all I knew growing up was eating rabbits. So that's probably as long as I've been alive. You know, it's probably my first solid food was rabbits. Unfortunately, I used to feed the rabbits to the rabbits. I just didn't know any better. I didn't know that I was forcing them to be cannibals, but they ate it. They were just like, This is tasty shit. And it does taste like chicken. Can confirm. I didn't buy my first bomber jacket. I received a bomber jacket from a gentleman who was one of my mentors as a youth, and he was a pilot during World War II. And he gave me his official bomber jacket. He left it to me. That's a better way of saying it. He left it to me. That's where I got my Rolex from, was him. And that's where I got my bomber jacket, and I still have it. I mean, it's as real as they get. It's a legit World War II pilot's bomber jacket, and that was my mentor. He left that to me, like literally in his will. The Big Smoke cigar I did not go last week. I haven't been to a Big Smoke convention since the 90s. I used to love going to them. I mean, I was, I had a cigar shop here in town. They always used to have to come and kiss my ring and whatnot. That was kind of cool. Fuentes, Perdomos, everyone used to come. Macanudo, everyone used to come and kiss my ring, So that was kind of cool. But I haven't been to one in forever because it's not quite the same, and you can't smoke. Back when I used to go to the Big Smokes, you used to smoke. You used to smoke cigars. Nowadays it's like, oh, you're at the Big Smoke convention. Check out these cigars. Just don't light one. It's like that. It's the same thing as going to a strip club. Hey, here's all these women. Just don't touch any. I don't get down with that. Do you hunt? Yes, I do. Mr. Cashman, I'm a rather avid outdoorsman. I've done everything except Africa. I mean, it's hard to talk about stories here. Again, people get butthurt, but YT gets even more butthurt. But I've, antelope, moose, elk, deer, mule deer, prairie dogging, vermin hunting, love it. Love it. Like, 600 yards, with a 22 250, on something that big. I mean, it's just nothing like it. And you're helping, I used to go out on the res, Lakota Sioux res in South Dakota. And they'd be like, come on down, So yeah, I've done a lot. The only thing I haven't done was Africa, and it just never appealed to me. I didn't want to get bit by a couple of my friends went. I didn't want to get bit by some tsetse fly and frickin' die because I went to Africa, Have I ever smoked a Cuban cigar? Yes, I've smoked lots of Cuban cigars. I mean, are they that much better? I would say they're distinct. They have a distinct taste and aroma, over Honduras and all the other cigars, but I wouldn't say better, but they are distinct. They used to be way, way, way better. I mean, they were just like, I had a friend of mine who brought a box through customs, who was a lawyer, and he got disbarred for bringing a box of Cubans that he paid like, they were for personal use, or 2 boxes of Cubans, but, there was a whole trade. Like, people used to come to me when I had the cigar shop all the time. They're like, oh, $500 a box. You could sell these for like $2,500, which was true. I just didn't want to engage in that. But my buddy, with his family in tow, he got disbarred for bringing them. I don't know what the penalties are like nowadays, or even if there are, but they're different. But nowadays, you know, everyone else has raised their game so high, I don't think they're necessarily better. What is my favorite fish to eat when I eat fish? I would say orange roughy. I like orange roughy a lot. That's a good fish. It's not overpowering, but it's not mushagad like you know, like sway and like flounder. It doesn't like, you know, it's still got a lot of texture. It can hold its own. It doesn't fall apart on the plate, but it's got great flavor without being fishy. So I love orange roughy and red snapper. Definitely. What are the carry laws in NB? You can open carry here. You can't open carry on the strip, but you can open carry anywhere. You see people doing it all the time, but you know, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're trained in retention, you know, because then you become some guy who, you can get jacked, you know, because someone's going to want to take it. So I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, but yeah, it's open. You can walk into a Walmart here in Vegas, you know. Yeah, no one's, I mean, you can walk right past, you know, 5-0 and they'll just be like, what up? You know, they just don't care. But it is relatively easy to get a carry here. Relatively easy. The training here is not all about like bullseyes. You know, oh, you get them, you know, you got to get a whole magazine, you know, inside the 7 ring or something and you're good to go. Here they actually do training. Like you have to do backup drills, you know, lateral drills, side to side. You got, you know, there's a little, you got to prove that, you know, anyone could hit a friggin' bullseye, but you got to prove that you can do that under pressure. You know, like they give you like 10 seconds to, or 5 seconds to empty your magazine while moving backwards, and they all have to be in like the 7 ring or better, you know. So yeah, you got to practice in order to get one here, but you can even get one if out of state. You can be an out of state, you know, you can be a non-resident and still get a carry here in Nevada. I bet you guys didn't know that. Have I scuba dived before? Yes, I have, but only in a pool. I never went out on the ocean. Creeps me out a little bit. I'll be totally honest, the ocean kind of creeps me out. You know, the fact that there's shit in there that, you know, might want to eat me instead of me eating it. I'm like, I'm not the apex predator, you know, and even a lake, it's just kind of creepy. I don't know. So I'm in a lake and I'm scuba diving, and I come across like Jimmy Hoffa or something, and then you're underwater, you're like, whoa, or some weird, like some, I don't know. It just like, it sounded good, but I went, because I took the class, you know, I bought the gear. It was with a community college, in fact. It was like be a scuba diver in 3 easy lessons, community college. But I went through the pool training, but I never, you know, I never went in the ocean nor a lake. I just never did. Because I was just like, I would sooner jump out of a plane and risk splattering than, you know, because I did a lot of ocean fishing. I've caught like a smaller great white, I've caught makos, I've caught a tiger shark, I've caught a giant grouper. You know, I haven't caught a marlin or a sailfish, but those things jack you up. I reeled in an amberjack once. I'm fighting this amberjack and this giant ass, like 10-foot frickin' mako, bigger than that. This was like, whoa! And I had him hooked for a minute, and yeah, there's big shit in there that'll jack you up. So I never did it. But I do snorkel though, but mostly in the pool. I would snorkel in, you know, I would snorkel like in the Keys and the flats, but still, you know, barracuda come and like biting the wang off or something. I caught a tiger shark with my bare hands. I caught a tiger shark like right off Freeport, of all places, freaking Freeport, Long Island. Grouper is good. Yeah, I like, and well, anything in that grouper family, I like. like red snapper, orange rough. It's kind of like grouper-ish. I like the texture and flavor of those. I really do. Let's see. Yeah, there's always a bigger fish out there. The ocean can be an asshole. That's all I'm gonna say. The ocean could be an asshole, you know. And I think it was Jaws that put that in my mind, you know. Like, yeah, I mean, when I saw Jaws, and I was already older, you know, I was like showering. I wasn't taking bubble baths with ducks anymore. I was showering. I mean, I'm not old enough to like have gone seen in the movies or anything, but I remember watching it, and I remember being in the shower looking around for sharks and shit. I do not want to get eaten by a shark. I just don't. I'll go by blade. I'll go by pew pew. I'll go by a lot of things. I mean, okay, falling, not so much. Fire, not so much. And sharks. I mean, even, okay, a lion isn't even as bad. Because a lion, you're still fighting for your life. You're like, yo, you can talk to him a little bit. You're like, yo, bro, you know, I'm a cool dude, you know, don't. But once a lion gets you, you know, you're done. Whatever. Or a big old freaking Kodiak bear. Whatever. A puma, a cougar. You know, whatever. At least you got a fighting chance. A pack of wolves, you know, I'm going to duke it out with them. Go down swinging. But a shark is an asshole. Shark just like comes out of nowhere. Like you're just minding your own business, whatever, looking at freaking groupers and whatever. And the shark just comes up and bites your leg off. And you're just like, you asshole. You freaking asshole. You just bit my leg off. The sharks are assholes, you know? And they play with their food. You know, killer whales play with their food too. They're assholes too. Even though I want to go see them in Alaska, they're a bunch of assholes. You know, yeah. How big was a tiger shark? It was big. It was right off of Montauk Point when the Gulf Stream was coming around. They would chase. We'd go out and fish for first the bluefish, giant schools of bluefish, like in early November. And then the run of stripers had come in. My record is 82 pounds on a surf rod. Right off Montauk Point, right literally in the shadow of Montauk, the lighthouse. And then we went out on my friend's Hatteras. I had a friend who had a 40, it was either 46 or 48 foot Hatteras. And we used to go out to the canyon and get the giant tuna and all that shit. And one day we caught a tiger shark. Released it, of course, but yeah. They're cooler than great whites, though. He was just like, what up? And we was like, what up? And, you know, snip the hook, you know, snip the line, whatever. But, yeah, great whites just like, they're assholes. You know, you're swimming, they're looking up like, and they hit you like a freight train, and they don't swallow you. They're just like, let me just eat this guy's foot. You know, and then what are you going to do? You're like, damn, bro. You ate my foot, you asshole. And then it's like, maybe he's done with you, maybe he's not. Maybe he's just like, doesn't taste like chicken. And then you're out there in the ocean with no foot. And then the makos come along because you're bleeding all over the place. I'm good with that old shark scenario. Yeah, hammerheads have some insane biology. Yeah, the animal rating scale. Yeah, those little black birds that we see all the time with the long tails, they are assholes, too. I've never tried fly fishing. I want to try fly fishing one day. I really do. Like a river ran through it. It seems so relaxing, but it's a lot of work to catch a rainbow trout that big, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems cool, like all freaking Eddie Bauer and whatnot, but I'm more into like, you know, like bait caster and a stiff rod and a, you know, surface popper and whipping it under the dock, you know, and nailing a big bass. That's Mama Jam. Yeah, that's Mama Jam. Yeah, sharks. I mean, they have those dead eyes. They're just like, How do they do that? They just have those dead eyes. Nah, F sharks. But they serve a purpose. You know, people would say, well, eliminate all the sharks and whatnot, but they serve a purpose. You know, they got to keep populations of other stuff down. What I disagree with is when I was in, you're welcome, Sylvia. You know, I grew up, again, deeply embedded in Chinese culture, and that used to be a thing, shark fin soup and whatever. I disagree with that, because what they do to those animals, I mean, okay, they're just swimming, murdering machines, granted, but to catch them and just lop off all their fins to make soup and then toss them back in the water, and they're just like laying on the, that's just cool. That's just cool. Yeah, a barracuda will jack you up. A barracuda will jack you up. A friend of mine got, you know, part of his face caved in by a tarpon when we were fishing down in Florida. That tarpon just took that last, saw the boat, took that last jump, and those things are like steel plated, and just bam, crashed him in the face. Messed him up. Messed him up. I was surf fishing again on Montauk Point, and it is cutthroat out there. It is gangster. You know, like come November, because everyone wants those big stripers, it is freaking cutthroat. People like, you know, they're in surf gear, and, you know, they're swimming it, and then when you get like, it's like 30-pound test with a 12-foot rod and a reel this freaking big, a spinning reel, and I got like an 82-pound, my record's 82 pounds, but the average was like in the 50s, maybe 40s to 50s. You got a striped bass. Striped bass, it's gonna go what it's gonna do what a striped bass wants to do. So it's going like left and right. So you're like, you know, people are going under you and then over you, and everyone's like, get the fuck out of the way, you know, and it's just like it's chaos. It's chaos. But I saw this dude, this guy, you didn't even have to use bait. You used like surface poppers and rubber eels and whatnot with these big freaking double-aught hooks. And this guy got hooked in the face. This guy like reared back. That's the other thing, because everyone's like, it's chaos, you know? During the runs, like the bluefish schools. They would have schools of bluefish the size of like a football field, and another one coming behind it. I have pictures, I'll show them to you in the studio, of like a surface popper, which has two giant-ass treble hooks, and like a 15-pound bluefish on this one and a 15-pound bluefish on that one. It's the easiest thing to reel in because they negate each other. They really don't fight. Just like reeling them in, two at a time. I mean, just thousands. And then the stripers would hang out underneath and get the droppings of whatever they were chowing on. That's how you catch the stripers. But anyway, I digress. Seen that guy some guy reared back with a surface popper and hooked this guy right in the face. Right in the face. I mean, it was like this. I mean, it was like straight up in his face, you know? And I was just like, I helped the dude. Like, I cut it, you know, it was bad. It was bad. I had to push it through, right? It was like embedded, and I had to like push it through because that's the only way, because I had the snippers on me, of course. So you cut it out and you leave it in his face. So you had to pop it through the other side. And he's like screaming, and we're like holding him down. I didn't even know the guy. So I popped it through the other part of his cheek. So now he's got the hook, like, you know, it looked like a frickin', you know, Gen Z with a frickin' thing in his face. And once it popped through the other side, then I cut it, and then cranked it out the other side. And then we went back to fishing. And then he poured like a beer on it or something. Joe with the two banana rounds. Hey, Bror Fredrik, jump out of an airplane on a live stream. I would do that if I could get, like, maybe if like with Starlink, I would jump out of a plane. Yeah, manatees and dolphins. Boss. Do I bring my lap? No, I'm doing this strictly on my cell phone, believe it or not. Yeah, I don't bring any gear with me when I'm out doing You caught a blue marlin? Yeah, I imagine. I've never caught one of those. Oh, it's almost 7? Yikes. Yeah, I do not want to get caught up in this traffic. I don't even know what's going to happen. In an hour and a half, I'm going to watch the F1 practice. Is ESPN2 free? That's what I want to know. Because I don't, you know, what do I have? I have Hulu. I might or might not have Hulu. Because I've been asking them to cancel that shit once they went fucking full-blown mind virus. But I got Tubi, I got this, I got that, I got Samsung TV, I have, what else do I have? Netflix, Amazon Prime, I got all that stuff. Is it free? You know, I want to check it out too. Oh, did you guys check out the menu I posted in the Bror Nation Facebook group? I don't know if people grasp that, but my bro sent me a picture of a menu from a restaurant in London. And at the bottom of the restaurant, the bottom of the menu, it had carbon footprint ratings. Like this had a low carbon footprint, and this had a medium carbon footprint, that had a heavy carbon footprint, and then the corresponding numbers were next to each menu item. They're just like, pick wisely if you want to save the environment, what you're gonna eat. You know, certain meals have a higher carbon footprint than other meals. It's a mind virus. It has to be. Maybe there are aliens. And they're like climbing in people's ears, telling them to do dumb shit. Like, you gotta pick your meal based on its carbon footprint. It just makes my head explode. Like my hash browns are like destroying the environment somehow. I mean, is that where we're at now? Are we that freaking stupid? It's mostly white people though. I mean, let's be honest. You know, white people are gullible. You know, I can say that because I am. White people are gullible with this shit. You know, any other ethnicity is like, you know, keep your carbon footprint. You know, there's this do-gooder mind virus. Like, I'm gonna pick my meal in a restaurant. I flew across a fucking ocean to get to London, and then I'm being told I better be wise about how I pick a meal because some food is a higher carbon. And then they're gonna try to guilt me about what I'm gonna eat. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. What's going on, Dave? All classics. Dishnet. I don't know what it's on. Is it Dish Network? I don't have no Dish Network. Where else is it? No, the practice race is strictly, it's for them to familiarize themselves with the track, because they're all freaking out going, this is gonna suck, it's dark, and we gotta contest all the lights. So it's just to familiarize themselves with where to apex. They're gonna pick up all the telemetry from the vehicles and tune the spoilers and all that. And then they're gonna have the qualifying rounds, you know, best of 3 laps, speed-wise, well, time-wise, establishes the pole position, just like in NASCAR. Good to see you too. So yeah, and that's gonna be, when is that gonna be? Tomorrow at like midnight or some shit. It's a crazy schedule. It is a crazy schedule. But let's go walk outside real quick. Man, I gotta feel like a racehorse. Sorry, but I do. I'll show you. But it is electric out there. Ooh, sugar. Don't mind if I do. Clean everything up. Hopefully it don't take me 2 hours to get home. But like I said, I got here so fast. Fastest trip to the strip in months. Because there's signs everywhere, at least on the west side of town, that say, everything's closed, just don't even bother. And I think everyone believed them. You know, they drank the Kool-Aid. Alright, let's get busy. Alright, you ready? That was a fun AMA. It was more like Animal Kingdom, but I did talk to them animals too. Alright, let's go scope stuff out. I had to shut down the chat momentarily because I got my hand full. We're gonna do coffee can. Boah. Coffee can. They'll be locking these doors soon. Nobody coming in and out. That's kind of fun, doing the coffee can activities. Oh, look, fall. Fall is awesome. What? There you go, brother.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll see you in a bit.
Yep. Right, exactly. So how it does.
Don't care, don't care. Nah, we gotta go say hello to someone. No. My shirt was up my belly. Where'd you go? Oh, she's hiding. She said she wanted to say hello. I told you I was gonna go say hello. Hi. I'll see you soon. Alright, let's go outside real quick. I could write a book. You know, someone asked about bucket lists, but, you know, my whole life has been, I'm gonna breathe that ammonia. My whole life has kind of been one giant walking, talking bucket list. Thank you. Let's see if we can feel the electric. Oh, Rod Stewart. Wake up, Maggie. Why'd we get spanked for that? Wouldn't that be effed up? Alright, here we go. So, like, remember I showed you? You ain't seeing nothing. You can be out here, there's gonna be a heavy-duty security presence, but you ain't seeing nothing. And these places are not gonna let you go in or out, like, from that entrance without a ticket or a confirmed reservation, like a QR code that says you have a purpose for being here. So it's not going to be like willy-nilly, people just walking around. And you got this barrier keeping you from seeing, number one. And then there's another 20 feet before the racetrack over there. So, yeah. It's going to be a trip. I like how bright it is. There's a lot of people coming to town thinking that they're just gonna, like, watch. I mean, I'm literally seeing that in some of these Facebook groups. But you're not. I mean, could you peek through here? Let's see. I guess. No, you can't. What are you gonna see? Yeah, you ain't seeing nothing. You know how loud it's going to be right here? Oh my God, in this echo against the building, it's going to be freaking ridiculous. We got all the hearing protection. Wait till you see the rigs. We're all set up. I got you. You're welcome. Wait till you see the rig. We are all set up. Got the hearing protection, but we can still talk to each other. And might as well come for a walk with me. Up until the bathroom. Look, everyone's got their gear on. Oh. I wonder if any fights are going to break out. You know? like Team Red Bull and Team McLaren duking it out. I don't think so. Now, if we had, let's see, if BMW was still in it, I'd duke it out with some people. But see, I can't, I mean, I'm behind Scuderia Ferrari for a reason. It might not be that apparent, but it might be on race day. Oh, that's a good question. How long is the deconstruction gonna take? It's gonna be punishing. They're talking about anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks to get the strip back to normal. Which, I might do a live stream Saturday before the race and pontificate. Yeah, see, I'm gonna be this dude. Pit crew. Pontificating upon that very fact, because I have a gut feeling that it might never go away. I mean, I've been talking on a specific subject. I don't want to talk too much about it now. I don't want to kill the live stream, but you know, I think the title of the live stream was F1 just a sneaky way to close the strip permanently? Aha. Ted Baker. Oh. We should go in there and get fitted for a suit. One of these days we will. But it might be. Imagine that. 6 to 12 weeks. In other words, a month and a half to 3 months. Oh, wait, slow down. Isn't the Super Bowl going to be then? Oh, might they want to use the strip and the bandstands for Super Bowl celebratory events? Alright, you heard it here first. But I'm going to do a whole stream about that. My predictions. There's some cool stuff. Want to see a Toomey car? Who'd have thought? Welcome, race fans. How does that place stay in business? What smells good in here? You know what's starting to annoy me now? Every dude is wearing Tom Ford cologne. I mean, and the shit is not cheap. I like Tom Ford cologne, but it's like everywhere now. Look at that. Isn't that boss to me? It's like becoming ubiquitous. It's like Axe for men with money. So I don't think I could wear Tom Ford anymore. Because I'm just smelling it too much on other dudes. I don't like that. What you never smell on other dudes is Van Cleef & Arpels. Link in the description. But if I start smelling that on every freaking dude, I'll think I don't want to smell like every other dude. I want to have my own smell. My own funk. And then guys don't know how to wear cologne. Holy jacket, that thing is huge. You know, guys just freaking bathe in it. And I think that's a problem too. It's like, you know, they think like the more the merrier. And that's so wrong. You know, you're not supposed to be like walking aromatherapy. Alright. Guess. What do they want us to guess? Guess their gender? Tag lawyer. Yeah, Axe. And nothing about Axe smells good. I mean, Tom Ford smells freaking awesome. Except when dudes are bathing in it. You know? and it's just becoming like a ubiquitous smell on the strip. Can't do it. Gotta teach men how to properly wear cologne. I should do a video on that. But see, I got all these ideas for videos, but like, for the most part, people aren't watching them. So I'm like, I don't know if I should. Or maybe I just shouldn't care. Just keep putting stuff out there until it clicks. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. LV, what up? Axe bug spray. Yeah, it's like walking past Aeropostale. That smell that comes out. It's like, ah. And you know, you can put on $1,000 cologne and bathe in it, and it smells lowbrow. You know, doesn't matter how much you spent on it. Maybe you're putting it on like it's brute for your high school frickin' prom. Got to be classy about it. And when you put so much on, it never has a chance to blend with your body chemistry and smell unique when you're bathing in it. Because two people can put on the same Tom Ford in the proper places in the proper amount and smell completely different. Because it will take, you know, your body chemistry has a lot to do with it. But when you bathe in it, it's like, bleh. That's so weird. High-end swatches. That's a trip. Alright, hopefully I don't get stuck in this ridiculous traffic. Okay, they didn't close anything off. I don't know. This is turning out to be fairly decent. This might be painless. I mean, I'm sure Saturday's not going to be painless. I'm probably staying on the strip overnight to avoid the BS. But I mean, Friday night, we shall see. Scuderia Ferrari. Oh, got all the stuff. Hello. Only 110 bucks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's pretty sexy. Have a good night. She complimented my timepiece. Lewis Hamilton. You know that they told the drivers and the pit crew that they're not allowed to like hang out in casinos and party and gamble and drink and, you know, get involved in all that type of stuff. Bad look for F1. So as soon as that race is done and all the festivities die down, they're going to get right back in their private jets and get the F out of town. Trust me. Let's go over here real quick. Trust me. That was a fun AMA. Not as many questions, not as many people as normal, which is odd. But I guess you guys are getting ready for F1. That's nice. Oh yeah, let's check out the looks real quick. I like that jacket. That leather jacket. That's freaking nice. That one, meh. Got too many buttons on that thing. That's ridiculous. I like that jacket. Too bad it only gets cold enough like one day a year here to even consider putting that on. Alright. Bonk. Alright, so here's the game plan. Like I said earlier on, I'm going to the F1 race. Yes, indeed. 10 o'clock, I'm going to set up a live stream for 10 o'clock. If it happens, it happens. I'll probably do it at 720, you know, P. So it'll be at a slightly lower resolution because internet in town sucks right now. I think they're diverting it all. Gonna do a F1 in studio topic. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. what Joe said right there. Thank you for that last minute super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And to everyone who super chatted tonight, thank you very much. Covered my parking fee this evening. So yeah, I'll probably do a live stream Saturday morning, Saturday late afternoon about my predictions of what's going to happen here on the Las Vegas Strip post FUF1, and I'm going to try my best to actually stream the F1 event. We'll see how that goes. And tomorrow I do have 2 videos coming out, interesting stuff, plus all right, I'll tell you in advance. I'm going to tell you in advance. What's the date? Yep, doing an Olight giveaway tomorrow. So watch the video, find out how you could get your very own Olight. So shout out Olight. I can say that in advance. I am not launching the video until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, but I am doing an Olight giveaway. Thanks to Olight. Link in the description, but they're doing a big sale. I'm displaying all their new lights that came out for the holiday season. It's gonna be sick. And I got some other stuff coming up too. So, no live stream tomorrow. Will be some videos tomorrow. And race time. I'm psyched. I feel like F1 owes me. They owe me a good time after all the aggravation that I've been through. So I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. And if it all works out, Hughes is coming with me. So I'm gonna invite you one last time to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button, get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Click on all the links, do all the stuff down there, because it's your generosity and clicking on links and all that stuff that makes my channel possible. And I do appreciate it, and I do love you guys, and that ain't no lie. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.